Everyone thinks that teens in our world today use alcohol, tobacco, or drugs to cope with everyday struggles. You may think they do,
but they don't. Welcome to the But They Don't podcast, a podcast for teens by teens. Join us as we cover substance use prevention, mental health, community conversations, and more.
Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast. My name's Alyssa.
And my name's Audrey.
And we are here at our youth board retreat. This is the first part of the series.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna have lots of podcasts coming your way. Really, really excited. Audrey, what's been your favorite part of the retreat so far?
I've had a lot of fun, getting to know everybody and I feel like we've made a lot of, new friends since we have a lot of new people coming in and, a lot of new activities, I guess. I feel like it's a lot different from last year.
Yeah. It's really cool. I will say we do have some air conditioning that is very loud. So if you hear some background noise or anything, that is what that is. I'm really excited. I've had a lot of fun on the retreat. And I think my favorite part, I don't know. I think it might have been probably our jingles. We had to do these really cool jingles and we did a rap. It was so awesome.
That was a lot of fun.
It was so fun. But yeah, so this podcast episode, we're going to be talking a lot about mental health and mental illness. So what is mental health? I think that's something, mental health is kind of a broad term, I would say. So mental health is a wide range of conditions that affect mood, thinking, and behavior.
It's incredibly important to talk about mental health for a lot of reasons. People go through it every day, and when it comes to talking about it and letting it be well known, it's important for people to say what they're experiencing so we can know how to fix it.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of negative stigma surrounded by mental health. I feel like a lot of people, they think about it. I feel like I've heard so many people, it's just they just want attention. When people are actually struggling, and I feel like that negative stigma has almost encouraged people to keep it to themselves, and that's not what they need to do at all. You need to talk about it. It's like the biggest weight lifted off of your shoulders whenever you talk about it. I remember the first time that I shared about whenever I struggled with anxiety, that literally was the biggest weight that I felt lifted off of me, because for the longest time I felt like I couldn't talk about it with anyone, because I was just okay, I need to be picture perfect. I'm not and I feel like no one is. And so it's such a big weight lifted off your shoulders whenever you talk about it, and more people struggle with it than you think. There's so many people that struggle with it.
What I've experienced is people that even you have no clue. They seem so happy and they seem perfect, but they're not. They are going through something by themselves that you just don't know about.
Yeah, and it was whenever I first shared about it, I'm genuinely, I'm pretty genuinely a happy person now, genuinely, but before it felt so forced because I felt like I had to be that happy person, right? And so it's honestly, even the people you think that are happy and are doing great, sometimes they're actually really struggling. And so actually, do you want to go ahead and share our blunt truth of the week?
Yeah, so our blunt truth, 1 in 5 adults are affected by mental health or mental illness in any sort of way, and actually 1 in 3 teens are affected. I kind of think that mental health, any age, anybody can go through it, but I feel especially with that stat, that it does go through teenagers a lot. But I think teenagers are definitely less to talk about it. We think it's no one else is going through it, but there's so many people our age that are going through it, and we need to talk about it more.
Yeah. I feel like it's important to find a good group of friends that will encourage you. And that's kind of the best thing that I found, is that I needed to find a good group of friends that I left not feeling anxious leaving around. I knew that they were encouraging. I didn't have to worry about what they were talking about whenever I left. I knew that they were going to be uplifting me in every sort of way. And so I think that's a really, really important thing, is finding friends that will encourage you in that. And then especially find an adult, find, whether it's a teacher, a parent, a pastor, just any kind of leader in your life, find an adult that you can talk to and you can trust, because it's honestly one of the most helpful things. I've gotten some of the greatest advice from people like that.
Yeah, I think especially talking to people that have been through it themselves is definitely a way, because they can relate to you, and being with someone that you can relate to, it makes you feel more comfortable, is what I think, in that it'll help you feel included, like everyone
There
can
goes
like
that
know
air
what you're
conditioning.
going
Sorry,
through.
that
No, you're
really was quite loud. But yeah,
you go.
you're exactly right. And so I think an important thing to do is to kind of, I will say, oh, that air conditioning feels really good right now. Even though it's loud, it feels really good. I think it's really important that we need to kind of defeat that negative stigma and understand that it's okay and it's normal to struggle with mental health. I feel like at some point, even if it's for a short time, everyone struggles with something mental health related. Like it's just a part of life, and I feel like it's something you can grow and learn from. I'm really excited to see what we're going to do on the podcast in the future with these topics, and I think that we're going to be able to make a really big difference with these type of things. And honestly, it's really nice knowing that when you've struggled with things, you're able to help people who could possibly also be struggling with these things. It's so amazing. So yeah, I'm really excited, and please, I really, really encourage you, if you need to talk to someone, please, please, please talk to someone.
Yeah, I think talking to people is going to help you more than you think it'll harm you. There's so many people that are going through the same thing as you, and especially talking, like I said earlier, talking to people that have gone through it or maybe are even going through it with you. It's good to talk about that and like to get it off your chest, because like Alyssa was saying, it's like a big weight taken off your shoulders. Like you finally get to talk about it and be free with it and not feel ashamed about it.
So I absolutely love that we get to have this opportunity to talk about these things. These are really important topics that need to be talked about. Thank you so much for listening. If you would, please follow us on our social medias. Our TikTok and Instagram, they're both at We Are PCYB, and our Facebook is Pickens County Youth Board. Make sure to listen to our other podcasts for this series, and have a great weekend.